folks, Jo here again. I'm going to show you how to make some bread. Most people ask me when they're going to be going camping, how can you keep bread fresh? And I say, well, just don't bother taking it with you. Now, because I'm a confident cook and I know how to use my camp oven, I will make my own bread. But I'm going to show you today a very easy way of making your bread out of a bread mix, and then we can start that basic bread mix and turn that into a lot of other different products. So today we're just going to run through how to make the bread, which is using this bread mix here. I have been using this one for years and I've never had a failure with it. Inside this box there are 4 little sachets that have all the ingredients all measured out for you. So all you need to do is use one of those sachets of flour and pop it into your bowl. Then you need to put a couple of teaspoons of the yeast that is in the box inside of it as well into the bowl. And then you also need to add about 400 millilitres of just blood temperature water, so that you can heat up in your billy or in a kettle or on the stove or on the campfire if you want to. So I use a butter knife to mix all my breads and doughs together. And all you need to do is just keep mixing until everything is thoroughly combined. Alright, so now that I've got it to this point, just need to feel it with your hands, and if it sticks to your hands then it's too wet, so you might need to add a little bit more flour, but as you can see that's actually just about perfect. So all we need to do now is lay it out onto a board or just onto your table and knead it. Now bread dough loves to be kneaded. The more you work with it, the better it turns out. Okay, so now you've got your bread dough, so this sort of a consistency, you can see that it's starting to become quite stretchy. It still falls apart, so you need to just keep on playing with it for a little while longer. Once it becomes nice and smooth, and I always like to say once it becomes as smooth as the inside of your arm, then it's ready for you to move on to your next part of the process. And that next part of the process could be making it into some flatbreads, turning it into just a loaf of bread, or maybe even some cheese and bacon rolls, or even adding some fruit and turning it into a fruit loaf. So once you've got your bread to this stage, it is pretty much ready for you just to pop back into the bowl, let it rise, turn it out, and give it a good old kneading once again, and then shape it into whatever you want to cook it into. Okay, so now we've got our bread dough to this beautiful smooth consistency. We can now turn it into just about any savoury delight that is bread based we can think of. So grab yourself a pack of bread mix, have a practice at home, and please put all of your successes and even your failures onto our Facebook page, so then we can see what you've been up to. And if you have any questions, just write them on our Facebook page and I will hopefully be able to answer whatever questions you have, and we can see just how good your bread making skills have become.